going to start this video off with a relatable question. Since we all can't go to get a haircut unless somebody in our house knows how to haircut, is anybody else going crazy? Today I wanted to discuss the term cis because it has been all over the internet for the past couple of weeks. If you don't know what cis means, it means somebody who isn't transgender. So basically 99% of the population is cis. So I first learned the term cis after being on the internet for a while. By the way, I transitioned 8 years ago, so I didn't know this term. Before I knew this term, I would refer to people who were not trans as normal because that's just how I saw it. I still don't see myself as a normal person. A lot of people don't agree with when I say that, but in my eyes, I'm not 99% of the population. I personally don't see that as a bad thing because I'm so quirky and different. I'm joking, but so to get into the debate, is cis a slur? Now, many people do think it's a slur, which I think is actually funny. I don't think it's a slur at all. Just like I don't think the term trans is a slur. All of these terms are just ways to describe people. So I came across this tweet that my friend London quoted. So what the tweet said was, "I loathe the term cisgender." After I saw that line, I just bursted out laughing. That's such a minuscule thing to be upset about. But people could say the same about trans people when we get upset about things. It forces a gender identity on me that I didn't ask for, and it forces me to be part of a gender debate I don't believe in. She contradicts herself in the next tweet, I'll show you. There are such big problems in the world, and people find things like this to be upset about. Most of the time I'm not offended by stupid trans jokes because it's not a big problem. If there was transphobia happening to me and I was getting beaten up in the street, yeah, I would be worried. Like, that's something that actually scares me. But if someone wants to make a joke about me being trans and they hate me, whatever. So to me, when I first saw this, I was like, okay, she's just trying to like grab oppression points. Okay, she's trying to be like me now because I'm trans. Because, you know, apparently we always grab oppression points whenever we can, which most of the time isn't true. But if you're discriminating against me, I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to like it? It makes me feel like my sex is a choice when it isn't. It trivializes what it is to be a biological female. I hate it. Obviously, sex is not a choice because if it was, I would not be transgender. Like, I absolutely do not want to do this. But if I didn't, then I would want to jump off the highest bridge that I could possibly find. So this woman followed up her tweet and said, "Goes without saying too that my disdain is directed at gender warriors, academic, nut jobs, the media, not everyday trans people who just want to be left alone and live their lives. Y'all are fine with me." Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm not a nut job at all. I'm actually a nut case. The reason I found that contradicting is because she said in the previous tweet that cisgender forces a gender identity on her that she didn't ask for and forces her to be part of a gender debate she doesn't believe in. So how could she possibly be okay with regular trans people who live their life? So after that, there was actually another tweet that I found. Cis people did not agree to the term cis to describe themselves for not being transgender. It is not a term they used to describe themselves. It is not a term they associate with their gender identity. It is used as a slur. It is used to discriminate and other a person. I mean, I have seen the term cis used as an insult, but me personally, I've used it to describe someone who isn't trans. I actually want to show you guys a video of somebody getting mad at the term cis being used on them. They're talking about transgender people in prisons. Here you go, I guess.
If you are physically intact as a man, biologically intact, you're not in a women's prison. End of.
But
End
also,
of. Nothing to discuss.
But also, if you are a woman in a woman's prison, you should be safe from being attacked by a cis or a trans woman. So actually, everyone should be safe in prison.
Can I just say, you're not allowed to come on my show and say a cis or a trans woman. A woman.
It just is
or
the
a
Latin
trans
opposite
woman.
of trans.
No.
She got so mad. Like, irrationally mad. Did you just say cis? In my studio? No.
Don't you ever say that I'm a cis woman. I am a woman. 5 letters. Woman.
I'm not a cis woman. Vanessa is not a cis woman. We are women. We are biologically women. I am not going to have that BBC claptrap on my show.
I mean, yeah, I understand her point. She's a woman. Yeah, you're a woman. We can see it. We understand that. I think the reason the guy was saying that is to be inclusive of people and to just be a nice guy. Because, like, trans women are in women's prisons as well. And just like trans men are in men's prisons because it'll say on our stuff male, and we are trans men, so we go into the men's prison. It would be really weird if I went to a woman's prison.
I'm just using a bit just to differentiate.
No,
It was just a term.
I'm not going to have it. I'm a
Don't
woman.
blame
I'm
me,
not a cis woman.
blame the
I'm a
Romans.
woman. I was born a woman. 50% of this population are women. We're not cis women. We don't have to adjust what we're called for a tiny minority of activists who don't even represent trans
So if
people.
I said non-trans woman, would that be?
That would be equally.
acceptable?
If you say that, I'm going to ask you to leave my studio. I'm absolutely serious. I'm not having it. I'm not having our language in this country traduced in this way. I'm a woman. You are a man. I'm quite happy for someone to be a trans woman or a trans man, but you don't take away what I am because you choose to change your gender.
I mean, I don't think anyone's trying to take away what she is. Has anything been taken away from her life after being called cis? No. I think it was a little bit of a reaction, and clearly Vanessa here is like, holy shit, Karen, you need to just relax.
But you get that I was only using it in that sentence to point out the two groups.
No,
So in
the
general,
two groups
I
are
refer to you as a woman.
and trans woman.
Then that comes into the whole debate, are trans women women, and then it's a whole mess. The guy was just trying to be nice. Like, it was just like, he was just trying to cater, Karen. Oh, her name's Julia. You know what? Same thing. Same amount of letters, same personality. Karen, Julia. You know what? Karen might as well be a slur.
Can I just take this debate on slightly to say that, talking about the way in which everyone's bending over backwards to accommodate people and criminals.
So anyways, Vanessa changed the subject, which is good on her. Good on you, Vanessa, because she was getting a little bit angry there. So I do understand why some people don't like the term cis. I've seen it used in derogatory ways. People will say stuff like, you don't understand because you're cis scum.
I hope you die, you sissy.
Like weird shit like that. I've seen a few people say that they don't like the term cis because they don't agree with the whole gender debate thing and they just don't care about it and don't believe in transgender people. I mean, I think that's a really weird thing to say. Like, just because you don't believe in transgender people, so you don't claim the term cis. I don't know. I don't get it. Hey, I would give anything to be called cisgender. I wish I could be cisgender. I wish that I didn't have to live with gender dysphoria every second of my life. And that's something that people who aren't trans will never understand. I think it's a little bit overboard with people saying it's a slur, but at the end of the day, everybody's offended by anything. People call trans people snowflakes all the time because of the things that we're offended by. So at the end of the day, do you guys think cis is a slur? Based off of everything that I showed you, what's your whole opinion on this? I want to know. So as always, with all of that being said, I will see you guys next week with a new video. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go to bed now. Bye.
Thank you.